Contestant is Jeffrey Davis, the Magic Suit. The Magic Suit, Jeffrey Davis.
Have you ever doubted yourself before? And have you ever found it difficult to get rid of those doubts? Let me tell you, I've had massive amounts of doubt in my life. And knowing that it's something many of us struggle with at times, it led me to ask the question, how do you overcome doubt? Let's find an answer to this challenge together. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guest, Mr. Contest Chair. Several years ago, I found myself working as an account manager for a firm in Maryland. And in this particular week, halfway through the year, mid-June, I had a bad day. One day. And at the very end of the day, the lead accountant on the team, known by many to be the Wicked Witch of the West, sent me this long email of things that I was behind on in my work. Raise your hand if you've ever had a bad day before in your life. It's normal. It's part of life. But what's not normal is how this week completely spiraled out of control. On Tuesday, the following day, I found out that my favorite aunt in the world had cancer, adding to my overall uncertainty and doubt with life. Wednesday, I got a massive argument with my coworker, which is never fun. And then Thursday, as I was going into work, from where I lived in downtown Baltimore, Maryland, to where I was working in Towson, Maryland, on 695, my car broke down. Not only did I miss an important meeting, I actually barely had enough money left on my credit card to get the transmission fixed. $1,000. Not easy for someone just out of school. As you can imagine, Thursday evening I was feeling pretty bummed out, and I was just fumbling in my closet, trying to distract myself from all these doubts. And I noticed out of the corner of my eye, my suit in the back of the closet. And I thought to myself, why not wear it to work? I hadn't worn it for nearly 6 months. So the next morning when I woke up, I still had massive amounts of doubt. But I decided to take action on that insight. So I went to the closet, and I put on the magic suit. The very same suit and tie that I'm wearing right now in this moment. And I went into work. Immediately, half an hour into the day, a billing issue arose. And I had to discuss it with the lead accountant on the team. Remember her from Monday and that email she sent me? All of our communication was usually via email. But I decided to go and talk to her in person, spontaneously, face to face. So I grabbed the necessary paperwork and walked down the hallway to her office. And when she looked up at me, to my surprise, she smiled. And she said, "Wow, Jeff, you look good in that suit." And I said, "Thank you, I appreciate it a lot, that means a lot." And then I asked her, "What are you up to in your life? How do you spend your free time?" And she said, "Jeff, I love going to baseball games with my daughter and husband to spend time with one another." And I couldn't believe she said that, because I played baseball in college. We established a friendship, resolving the billing issue easily. Feeling better than I had in a while, later that day, I went down the hallway, all the way to the other end of the building, to talk to the director. You have to understand, no one from my group spoke to him. No one. But I summoned up the courage, I got lucky, caught him when he was free, shook his hand, and he spoke to me for nearly 30 minutes. I'll never forget what he said to me at the end of the conversation, word for word. "Jeff, this is great. I wish more guys from your group would come down and talk to me." Wow. Now on fire, I went to my car. 5 years earlier, I got a successful business number from a person I saw speak at my undergraduate institution, McDaniel College. And for 5 years, I was terrified to call him. I'll admit it, from the bottom of my heart, I was chicken. I was afraid. But I summoned up the courage and I called him up on the phone. His name is Ty Howard. And after I told him who I was, I said, Ty, I want to write an article for your magazine based in downtown Baltimore, Maryland, Motivation Magazine, about overcoming doubt. Do you know what he said to me? Sure. 5 years of doubt culminated in sure. I was the only one ever holding myself back. You know what the ironic part of this discussion is? I'm the last person you'd ever expect to overcome doubt. When I was in middle school, going to Newtown Middle School, I used to sit in the corner of the lunchroom all by myself. Hard to admit, but true. In high school, I severely struggled with social anxiety. Never in a million years would I have thought that I would have written an article for Motivation Magazine called The Sure-Proof Way to Work Through Any Doubt. It has an enormous positive effect on the Baltimore community. So glad I got to be a part of that. My epiphany, my light bulb moment, was when I wore this suit to work, and I realized the key to overcoming doubt. Put yourself in the mountaintop mindset. How do you do that? You don't necessarily need a suit. Just do something, anything, to get yourself out of the rut that you may find yourself in. Read a book that leaves you feeling inspired. Talk to a good friend who builds you up, or establish some kind of morning routine that gets your juices flowing, like introspection, reflection, or writing down something you're grateful for. That's the key, because when you're in that mindset, you can look at your doubt right in the eye, stare it down, and life will reward you with better relationships and better results. What's one thing, just one thing, that you've been doubting? Put yourself in the mountaintop mindset. Stare your doubt right in the face and watch your doubt shrink as life rewards you with not only better relationships and not only better results, but unlimited success. Mr. Contest Chair.